During Tuesday's White House media briefing, which was held on camera, Deputy Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders ripped into the media, especially CNN, for their dishonesty and perpetuation of fake news, according to Fox News. The question and answer portion of the briefing began with a query from Breitbart reporter Charlie Spiering regarding the recently retracted CNN story about alleged ties between Russia and President Donald Trump's transition team, which provided Sanders the opportunity to upbraid the media as a whole for shoddy journalism overall. It's the constant barrage of fake news directed at the president that has garnered his frustration, Sanders stated, noting the CNN report Spiering had cited. There are multiple instances when that outlet you referenced has been repeatedly wrong and had to point that out or be corrected. There's a video circulating now, Sanders continued, referring to the recent exposure of a CNN producer by Project Veritas undercover cameras, which can be seen right here. Caution: some explicit language. Whether it's accurate or not, I don't know, but I would encourage everybody in this room, and frankly everybody across country to take a look at it, she continued, according to Mediaite. I think if it is accurate, I think it's a disgrace to all of media, to all of journalism. I think that we have gone to a place where if the media can't be trusted to report the news, then that's a dangerous place for America. Sanders proceeded to state that she found it scary and disgraceful that certain outlets like CNN were perpetuating fake news in order to garner a spike in ratings, and that they were being directed to do so from the top, according to Fox. She then called out the media for using anonymous sources, or sometimes no sources whatsoever, to press certain narratives, and stated, "We've been going on this Russia/Trump hoax for the better part of a year now, with no evidence of anything." She noted that positive stories received minimal coverage while stories like the Russia collusion narrative were covered day in and day out. Spiering followed up by asking if Trump expected the media to ignore stories regarding foreign nations interfering in our elections, to which Sanders replied, "I don't think it's expected you're not to report on actual news, if there is something there," and added that there were plenty of other things happening that the American people deserved to hear about that weren't receiving their due coverage. "I think we should take a good look at what we are focused on and making sure it's accurate," she continued. "If we make the slightest mistake, it is an absolute tirade from a lot of people in this room, but news outlets get to go on, day after day, and cite unnamed sources, and use stories without sources." The deputy press secretary's upbraiding of the media seemed to strike at least one nerve, as a journalist identified by Fox as Brian J. Karim, executive editor of local Maryland paper the Montgomery County Sentinel, unleashed his own rant. He accused against Sanders and the White House of being inflammatory and unnecessarily denigrating the media who are just trying to do their job, but Sanders would have none of it and stated that she completely disagreed. If anything has been inflamed, it is the dishonesty that often takes place by the news media, and I think it is outrageous for you to accuse me of inflaming a story when I simply responding to a question. You can watch the fireworks take place right here. Sarah Huckabee Sanders has a real talent for dealing with reporters and held nothing back as she ripped into the media for their dishonest coverage of Trump and his administration. It was berating they have fully earned, but one they likely won't learn anything from. Hopefully Sanders keeps digging into the media whenever she gets a chance, as sooner or later at least some will get the message that their anonymous or unsourced smears will not go unchallenged, either by the administration or by the American people. We all deserve something better.